experience is not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. So, David Brooks just released a book called The Social Animal, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to still talk about it. The little that I know about it, basically the thesis is that where you come from in terms of your social experience determines a lot about who you are and how you behave in the world. And obviously, you know, this is not sort of new information, but David Brooks is a credible guy, and he's actually written a lot of op-ed pieces and articles about recovery, specifically about Alcoholics Anonymous and why it's effective, and he's talked about it in terms of culture and specifically in terms of relationships. And one of the things that I've been thinking about lately is you know, the fact that addicts, all addicts, alcoholics, drug addicts, and people that have process issues, I mean the data's not with the process, but mostly with alcohol and drugs, that those folks who meet the criteria for dependency will spend about 97% of their disposable income on getting the drugs that they need to survive, and which I understand, but they will not, once they're in recovery, spend money on their recovery. That is, you know, and I was talking to somebody who's in 12-step programs, and they were saying how it's difficult to get some of the young folks to put $1 in the basket because they want it for cigarettes. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that that's got to change. Absolutely has to change. Fundamentally has to change. And I do know people in recovery who have spent money on their recovery in terms of learning the things that they need to learn in order to get the life that they deserve having. And that costs money. It's an investment in yourself. And the reason we don't probably spend money on our recovery is we don't think we're worth it. We're used to a lifetime of spending money on drugs that first make us feel good and help us function, and then turn on us and make us feel bad about ourselves and help us become dysfunctional. And we do that behavior for so long and feel so bad about us that it's hard to change. That has to change. That is a critical piece of, I think, recovery that folks have to understand. And I guess the question is how to change it. Because I could say all day long that I've gone to workshops, I've spent some money, and I actually have been lucky that I have the money. There are plenty of people who don't have the money. And I'm not talking about, you know, spending thousands of dollars going to, you know, retreats and that kind of thing. I'm talking about spending money to get a resume done. I'm talking about spending money to get to make yourself look a little bit better if you show up at a job interview, or to give yourself the ability to learn how to meditate, or go away for the weekend with friends, and you know, these kinds of things that build self-esteem, change us internally, and also teach us skill sets that we need to engage life on life's terms and get what we were promised in recovery, which is a life beyond our wildest dreams. So I'm going to do a series of stuff because we're working on some things that may be helpful to people in terms of going down this road in a way that's affordable and that can be beneficial and useful to them in their recovery. So more to come.